In placement number 5, we have the AK47 and the Swiss. This is my sniper class, so we're going to dive in with the Swiss first of all. We are using the Grew Suppressor muzzle, which gives us the faster bullet velocity. It also helps us with vertical recoil control and effective damage range and that sound suppression, which is key and vital. When we rock the 24.9 combat recon for the bullet velocity to give that biggest range that we can out of all the other barrels. We then use the bruiser grip for that movement speed and aiming stability to make this game literally not move at all. Then the airborne elastic wrap. I use this basically for the flinch resistance, so if I'm trying to pick my shots off against someone that's peppering with bullets, I can get those headshots or those neck shots on target. And then finally, I then use the 5mm laser for the ADS and the aiming stability. So this gun has no visual idle sway, beams, and the ADS is super damn quick on this gun. This gun is a beast. This has overtaken the KAR 98K in my view, and is a gun that's going to eventually be slightly nerfed, so use it whilst you can if you're a sniper lover. To pair this off, I tend to like to run with the AK47. I think this is a great pairing. For this I use the suppressor muzzle for that faster ADS, the bullet velocity, sprint to fire. It does affect my effective damage range, but I'm only using this for close to medium range engagements, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to be rocking the Grew Suppressor, which is going to penalise my aiming stability and the aim down sight speed, which is not what I want. Then for the barrel, I run the Spetsnaz RPK barrel, which gives me basically good horizontal and vertical recontrol and good better bullet velocity as well. I tend to run sights on this. I don't like the normal iron sights, so I run a Microflex LED. 45 round mag and the Spetsnaz grip, which basically helps on that vertical and horizontal recoil control. I think this is a great pair, and the gun is a beast. It's got fantastic TTKs. If you're not an AR assault rifle guy that likes to pair it with your Swiss, pretty much I would probably go for something like the Bullfrog, the PPSH, or the Mac10. All of those three SMGs are great options, but definitely try this class out. Tell me what you like and think it's really good. In terms of perks, I use double time, overkill, and amped. Double time to give me that faster crouch speed, especially if using an assault rifle, and faster tactical sprint across the map. Semtex and a heartbeat sensor I pretty much go to, and amp for quick change of my guns. That's pretty much placement 5, over and out. So down we go into 4th place, and we have the Bullfrog and the Stoner. The Stoner is pretty much one of my favourite guns to be using. If I'm not having a good day, I play the Stoner, and then I have a great day. So hopefully you guys will as well. Pair this up with the Bullfrog, which I think will probably be top tier meta. Definitely this gun is going to be coming up in those Warzone rankings in terms of guns that people pick as their secondary. Definitely, so watch this spot. So let's start off with the Bullfrog. So Bullfrog, we have the Grew Suppressor, the Task Force Barrel, Tiger Team Spotlight, the KGB Scantle Stock, and the Bruiser Grip. Combination of all these guns together made this gun super viable, super easy to use. Also, it shreds. Trust me, use it, abuse it, have fun. I do, you will, everyone will. Next up we have the Stoner. Stoner, we go with the Agency Suppressor, the Task Force Barrel, the Roll and Cross 4 times, along with a 120 round mag and Field Agent Grip. For this, if you don't want to use a 120 round mag, you can then shove on the stock and then go with the Raider stock for that faster sprint to fire speed. We're not worried about the con of hip fire accuracy because we don't hip fire accuracy with this gun. Or you can probably drop on the Serpent Grip for that faster ADS. But it does affect your sprint to fire, and we do know with these guns it does have a very slow sprint to fire rate. One thing you must do is make sure you have amped paired with this, because with the recent nerf on this gun, should I say, it is affecting the swap around times and open up that gun for engagements. Pair with the EOD and overkilled, heartbeat sensor and Semtex, and I'll tell you what guys, you're going to have some fun. So guys, we're now down to 3rd place, and here we have the Mac10 and the QBZ. I'm putting these guns together because I believe that they're the easiest guns to be using on controller. These are the entry level guns that you want to be using in Verdansk or even Rebirth Island. So for these on with the Mac10, tried and tested Agency Special Task Force Barrel, Tiger Team Spotlight, 53 round mag and a Raider stock. This helps us with our sprint of fire, and this pairing is fantastically good with your controller. Then we go into the QBZ, whichever way you want to say it. And here we have the Agency Special Task Force Barrel, Axle 3 times with the green dart, Radical, Field Agent Grip, and 60 round mag. This gun is slow, that's why we pair with the mag, which is a lot of faster mobility. This gun, I must say, has a slight kick, but the recoil is then under control. It was not as good as the Krig, but the Krig's been busted and is out of the count. So people, if you are new to the game and you want to be something that's super easy to use and have some fun with in Verdansk, try this loadout. These pairings are fantastic for you. Pair them with EOD, overkill and amps, with your heartbeat sensor and Semtex, and you guys, once again, are good to go. Beating over to second place, we have the Bullfrog and the Pharah. So we had a couple of nerfs yesterday. Thank you, Ravensoft, and changed the meta up once again. We love you guys. So for that reason, the Bullfrog has pushed up the rankings. This gun has now got a fantastic damage profile across the board from up to its damage drop-off, which is, I believe, 13 meters, which is damn right correct. And from then onwards, it's pretty much top tier. This gun, I think, is going to be the go-to SMG for most people. Super easy to use, mobile around the fields, has a standard 55 round mag, and you can shove on 65 if you want to get some more kills. Let's check out the attachments. We shove the one with the Grew Suppressor, the Task Force Barrel, the Tiger Team Spotlight, the Bruiser Grip for that, faster movement speed and their hipfire accuracy, and then the KGB scale just got for that fire at sprint to fire time, which is what we after, especially if you guys are rocking a controller. If, however, you want to have some more bullets in the mag, get rid of that Bruiser Grip and shove on the 65 round mag instead. However, me, I think 55 is damn good enough, so I tend to like to have that extra movement speed and that hipfire accuracy using this gun. This gun is lovely. I love it. I think you will as well. Pair this up with the Pharah. The Pharah is pretty much, there's 3 guns, pretty much assault rifles. C58, Pharah, QBZ, Krig, dead. It's gone, it's out of here. After the recoil change, that gun's no longer good. The recoil on the Pharah is very easy to use. It just pings back upwards. You can control it and has a great, fantastic damage profile. Good bullet velocity. This gun overall is pretty much going to be, with this and C58, depending on your skill levels, are the guns that you're going to be seeing in Verdansk, as well as Rebirth Island a lot more. So for this, we shove on the Grew Suppressor. That gives us the same things normal: the sound suppression, vertical recoil control, bullet velocity, and effective damage range, affecting our ADS, aim walking steadiness, and aiming stability. We then shove on the 18.7 Spetsnaz RPK barrel. This helps us with the bullet velocity, horizontal and vertical recoil control, and effective damage range, pushing this gun out for those medium to long range engagements. Actual 3x scope with the lovely green dot as normal. Spetsnaz grip for that vertical and recoil control, and then 60 round mag, which is the biggest round mag that we want for this gun to absolutely shred our players. And then we pair this with the lovely Bullfrog. I told you this is the gun to watch. It's been moving up the rankings, it's been used, now it's going to get abused. Grew Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Target Stoner, KGB scale to stock and Bruiser Grip. That is this, guys. Pair this with the EOD, Overkill and Ant, Heartbeat Sensor and Semtex, and you guys are going to be shredding those opponents like left, right and center. Up and down, you know it. See you guys in what's on number 1. So diving into first place, we have the OTS and the C58. The reason why I picked these guns in first place is because the C58 has a fantastic damage profile. This gun is very, 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 very good. And the OTS is also extremely, still fantastically good, up to 9 meters. So compare these two high skill level guns. This OTS now has a slight recoil for it and only has 40 round mags, so you have to make sure those bullets hit and count. But this gun is still extremely good for those close range engagements, super mobile and still super easy to use. Still the best SMG for super close range in my opinion. Pair this with the C58, which is also a high skill level gun in terms of the recoil control, but this gun has a fantastic damage profile. So this is your high skill level loadout for number 1. This is why it's picked and chosen. And diving into the C58, let's talk about the attachments. We are rocking the agency suppressor for that sound suppression, as well as the bullet velocity and vertical and effective damage range. The 18.5 inch Task Force barrel, the Axle 3x scope with the green dot, the 45 round drum, because we know this is a slow firing, hard hitting gun. We do not need to have and be penalised by having a 55 round that's going to affect our ADS anymore. So we shove on the 45 rounds. Shove this with the field agent grip for that vertical recoil control, and this gun is the gun for you guys. If you want something that's a little bit more skillful, a bit more fun to play with, a little bit harder to use, then this is the loadout you want. You want to rock this with EOD, Overkill and Amped for that quicker gun swap. Shove it with Heartbeat Sensor and Semtex and you are good to go, my friends.